Now it is my pleasure to introduce our afternoon fireside chat with Yasuhiro-san from ZIPAIR Tokyo. Yasuhiro-san, please join me. So, Yasuhiro-san, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon here to talk about ZIPAIR. There's a lot that's going on at the airline, and what I like is the title is Harmonizing Knowledge, Exploration, and Progress at ZIPAIR. So I'm wondering if perhaps you could start us off by just with a little bit of background on the airline for the people in the audience who may not be familiar with the carrier.
First of all, maybe I do like to let me introduce our airlines. We are established in 2020, starting the flight in the middle of the COVID. We are under the Japan Airlines 100 hold of the subsidiary of the company. And so we should be something the low-cost carriers to over the Pacific, starting the flight. And also, just I told you, we started the flight in the middle of COVID. Initial flight is just narrated to Incheon, Seoul. Only the two passengers starting. But flying, now we have some of the destinations of the United States, Honolulu and the West Coast, and so the coming March, we are introducing the Houston, Texas also. Now, we can making a good profit right now, and also totally, I just told you that we are the low-cost carriers, LCC. But we consider ourselves should be the totally different type of the airlines. Not full-service carriers, not low-cost carriers. So that we do like to call ourselves a new basic carriers.
A new basic carrier.
Airlines, right.
Interesting. You know, when we were talking to prepare for this, you said that the company's focus very much is on synergy, that 1 + 1 = 3. What do you mean by that? What is so important about synergy?
Okay. As you know, right now the airline industry is most importantly the safety of the airline operations, right? It means the airline offers to the customers just transportation with services. Well, we do like to introduce our airlines should be different from the other current airlines. It means that maybe as you know, right now the maybe development of internet, connectivity, something that maybe all the people have so many information about our products. So this requirement of the customers totally changed from the 10 years ago. So we do like to match to the customer's requirement. We should be the change the airline's body to consider two-way. I mean we should be ambidexterity. It means maybe two-way of the marketing consumer direction. We do like this mix is the most important. It means maybe exploitation. It means maybe something that current airline operational, right? And also that we need to some of our exploration means maybe to something like other industries, merchandising, the e-commerce, something. We need to combine these two items to our airlines. This is a totally different way of the thinking, right?
Yeah, one of the things that you shared with me that really stood out, excuse me, is that you have built this platform to help you understand the different needs of your different customers, and then enable their experience with the airline. And you don't hear airlines talking about creating a platform for their passenger experience. So what is it that ZIPAIR is doing for that?
Actually, as you know, we do like to introduce a technology. It means that maybe this enables our industry to connect the customer to the other vendors. We should be the sum of the role of the platform. It means that maybe most important thing is maybe as an airline, we can offer the customers just only the options. I mean, the customer can choose they buy or they don't buy. This is very, very, very important area, right? So, and also, some vendors coming asked to provide to the customer through our airlines, through our cabin, our internet site. So we should be the sum of the platform to offering the customers any options, possibilities. And also vendors do like to approaching to the customer. This connecting position is our airline, so that we call the platform, right?
You know, and something else you shared with me is that Japan Airlines Group
Yes.
is using ZIPAIR in a way as a test lab
Right.
for different processes, different ways of service, different ways of selling, to see if it works and then maybe roll it out to Japan Airlines. That's very interesting. Share with us a little bit more about how you're functioning as this innovation hub.
Yes. Actually, our parent company, Japan Airlines, is huge and so long history company. And so that they are established very good service to full service carriers. It is not easy to adapt new ideas or to change some of the services. So that Japan Airlines president ordered me to be our company very small and totally the new airlines. We should try any ideas. If successfully, of course, introducing the Japan Airlines change the services, right? If unsuccessfully, he ordered me that you need to bring the next ideas. No need to look back to the past. This is a very important area, so that we should be something that maybe startup company or something that maybe.
So you have kind of a startup mindset at ZIPAIR?
Yeah, true. So our team is the most important thing in the mindset, something like a startup. Always looking for the new ideas, not only for among the airline industries. I ordered to my staff to looking to the other industries area. So that because maybe, as you know, right now on the ground, customer can choose many, many services. So we do like the customers on the air. We do like to giving the customers to the same options on the ground. This is our concept, so that we are a good partnership with other industries people.
Interesting. Now, one of the things you shared also is that you're working with Starlink to provide Wi-Fi. And as you said, it's not just an amenity, but it's an enabler of, for the platform, for the customer journey, and more. So, how is it that Starlink is an enabler? And what do you do on the planes that don't yet have Starlink? Is there something that helps you do something similar?
Okay, you can easily understand on the ground, the way of the merchandising totally changed in these 10 years, 15 years, something, right? Almost maybe so, most of the outlet stores are closing down. Just only the e-commerce something, right? Through the connectivity, they can order any items, just bringing some of the bags or something, right? This is very, very important change on the ground. I would like to introduce these changes to the air. It means that connectivity can connect from the customers. There are options much easier to provide from us. This is a very, very important area. So maybe establishing this company, I put the most important two items, connectivity and payment. This is very important area. So I mean the connectivity, we already announced to contracted to the SpaceX, the Starlink we will introduce. 1 year later, something, right? We will completely introduce. In that case, we can bring the same condition on the ground to the air. So people say this one should be innovative, but we never invent anything. Just bring the services from the ground to the air. This is, as you know, right now the air transportation is about beliefs. Believe something like some of the sanctuary of the connectivity, right? Very difficult. So, but this connectivity enables us to change to our airline industry to be something the ground services, right? This is very important and a very big change for us, right?
So, do you get good customer scores from the Starlink? Do they like having it? And you don't have in-flight entertainment screens because Starlink allows connectivity. Do passengers miss that? Do passengers miss not having the screens like they do on maybe some other airlines?
Yes, but some of the elder people say, right? But as you know, our main target is Gen Z or something, right? They're always seeing the smartphone something, right? They don't like to some of the screen, but they do like to the smartphone, their own devices. So at this moment, no special claims or the comments from the customers at this moment.
Okay. You also built a media platform, which I guess Starlink or Wi-Fi enables, to sell to the customers, and you're generating revenue from that. Help me understand more about this, because very few airlines have this. United is developing one, but you're one of maybe 2 or 3 airlines that are viewing the onboard entertainment as a media platform.
Actually, maybe as you know, on the ground, something that Google, this should be the portal, right? Portal side can giving the chance to the vendors to appealing to the customers, right? This is a very, very important area for another revenue for the airlines. So we do like to consider about maybe our portal site should be something Google top page or something, right? So we can giving some of opportunities to the vendors to approaching the customers. So we should be some of the platform, right?
Mm-hmm. Is there anything of a rivalry between you and a good-natured rivalry between ZIPAIR and Japan Airlines? Like, do you try to, best one another on who has the best NPS score or anything like that? Or are you kind of just independent?
Regarding for the NPS, it's something that this calculating the score 8, 9 minus the 1, 2 or something, right?
Right.
But we giving the customers to something that we are very happy to the scoring from the customer, 5 or 6 or 7. It means that maybe, just transportation, same as a bus or train, something. That's enough. If they do like to something to bring some food or something, of course we can allow them to bring some food or something, right? Of course we can preparing some of the options. If they don't like our options, they can bring in their own favorite food or something, right? This is very good. So maybe air transportation is not a special occasion, just same as a train or something, the transportation. This is the concept of that, right?
But it also seems like you put more attention on the customer experience. We heard this today a few times. We heard it from AJ Singh this morning at SpiceJet. We heard it from Alok at Air India Express. We heard it from Karina at CityLink. There is a focus now, more of a focus among LCCs to create a passenger experience. It seems like you want to do something that your customers certainly will enjoy, but you also are trying to manage expectations. Is that fair? Yeah.
Actually, the most important thing, mostly the low-cost carrier should be understood that something that maybe the hardware something is not good. It's okay for accept that these low prices. But we consider that this hardware or something, the very, very fundamental area of the airline is most important. I mean, the future low-cost carrier, something like us, put the hardware is a very, very most advanced product we need to prepare, same as the full service carriers. This is very important. Certainly, we do like to change the name of the low-cost carrier to New Basic, right?
Right. Well, this has been very interesting, and I want to thank you, Yasuhiro-san, for joining us today to share this insight into ZIPAIR. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking
Thank you very much.
Yasuhiro.